What?
I said, since everybody's ready, we'll get it started. For most of you, it's very dark right now. For Gilbert, it is not dark.
Even I can't see anything with dark vision?
You can see something. You can see you're in a little, like you're in a round room with wooden walls. You're alone, by the way. Now, Rogal, I don't know how I'm supposed to say that. Rogel?
Rogel.
Rogel. Okay, Rogel, you find yourself in a round room. It is it's like furnished in it's like nicely furnished. It looks comfortable. There's like an armoire and a nice, it's a single bed, but it's like comfortable. And there is a large, like reinforced locked door with a little window in it. Yeah, and there's also some windows on the outer walls. They are stone walls. There is a wooden wall that's more like a partitionary wall near the door, but the outer walls are stone, and they have tall, narrow windows.
Okay.
You are currently wearing a pair of shackles, loosely fitting shackles.
Well, I'm gonna go with the one thing I know how to do: break out.
I was gonna say make past their children, but that works too.
Sure, you would like to attempt to do what to break out?
Break out of the manacles.
You want to break out of these shackles.
Yes, you said they were loose fitting.
I mean, the chain is loose, so you have like arm's reach. You can
Okay.
you can move your arms around fairly freely.
Do I know where
well,
my friend Rogel is?
No, you don't see anybody.
Well, do I know where I am in the world? Or was I, like, just suddenly here? Like, how did I get here?
So, you guys remember, you were all traveling together, and you were set on by what you thought might be bandits, and there was a big puff of smoke, and everything gets very hazy after that.
Satanists.
Am I restrained in any way?
No. This is a very small room. That's kind of a restraint of sorts.
But the walls are made out of wood.
Yeah.
Is there any light?
No, there's no light. It's very dark.
What's the floor made out of?
Wood.
Can I try and pry up a floorboard?
Okay. Well, you have no equipment, so you don't. It's not like you have a crowbar or anything. But I imagine you could try. So yeah, why don't you make I don't know, make a strength check.
Can I use a mage hand to help me?
I mean, to the degree that can help you, yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you peel up a fingernail, and it hurts.
Shit. Mending on the fingernail.
Some of you hear some rustling somewhere in the room.
If they're in the room with me, wouldn't I see them with dark vision?
You don't see anybody in the room with you.
All right.
And we can't see anything at all.
If they can hear me, they would hear me going, mending, that hurt,
Yeah.
mending.
You guys hear something along the lines of mending, that.
Hello?
You need a seamstress. Hello?
By the way, all of you,
Hello?
like waking up and moving a little, you hear a lot of loud metal clanking. You all appear to also be restrained.
Do I hear them yelling? Like,
Yeah,
or saying
how
hello?
restrained are we? Like hands and feet, or are we just chained to the wall by our ankle?
You seem to be restrained hands and feet. Yes, you can hear them yelling, and you can hear the clattering of chains.
See,
Relative
I
to
knew
my
that
position,
guy at the
where?
bar was strange. I knew it.
All right, what now?
That's why you don't turn your back on your drink, mister.
Are they to the side of me, above me, below me?
They sound like they're on like your left and behind you.
I'm gonna yell out to see if there's anyone else there, and like probably say some things about how it's illegal to imprison a member of the.
I don't think they care.
Okay, you hear a couple of like footsteps. It sounds like clattering metal footsteps. You would recognize that as someone wearing sabatons. It sounds like somebody's got some metal boots. So you hear a couple of those steps, and then you hear a shout, and it's basically, "Quiet in there, or I'll get the fucking poke." And then that's it.
Did he say the Pope?
He's gonna pope us, oh shit.
Get the Pope!
No, he says the poker. The
Oh.
poker.
He's gonna poke us. That's not as bad.
Well, I can't really play with my hands behind my back, and I'm also forbidden to gamble. Like, how strong do these chains look? Well, I mean, I can't see, but how strong do they feel?
Why don't you try them? Why don't you make a strength check?
Alright. Just straight strength or athletics?
Just straight strength. These feel really solid. You pull hard and you're satisfied that you put a lot of force into it. These feel pretty fucking solid.
Alright, guess I can't break these cuffs.
I can break these cuffs.
You can't break those cuffs.
How well made is this closet I'm in?
You can actually, like, there's no light, but you can see out a little bit if you press right up to it. So it's a strange little round room.
Can I see below the floorboards any? Like, is there a gap at any point?
Yeah, there are little gaps in the floorboards. It looks like stone underneath.
Is there a door?
No, there is not a door.
Hatch on the ceiling?
No, there doesn't appear to be a hatch on the ceiling, but there does seem. You can see between the boards on the ceiling, there is some other wooden object.
They just stuck him in a box.
Some other wooden object.
Yeah, there's something made of wood sitting on top of the, top of this.
Can I just send a mage hand up there to grab it?
I mean, there's clearly something made of wood above you on the other side of the ceiling.
Ah, okay. Okay. Do any of the walls give me like a view outside, like through cracks in the boards or something?
You can't see outside, but if you peer through, why don't you make like a perception?
Okay.
Understandable. Have a day.
Yeah, you see a bunch of your friends are chained up on the walls, about 10, 15 feet away from you.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah, you can also see there's this room appears to be maybe, I mean, obviously it's some sort of prison for you, but it also appears to be doubling as a storage room. There are many crates and barrels in it.
Oh, I want to start rooting through them then.
That might be difficult
Why?
because they're on the other side of that wooden wall.
So my friends are chained inside the storage room?
You are in a small wooden space. They are outside of that wooden space, chained to a stone wall on the other side. When you peer through, you can see them.
Oh, okay, I'm inside a crate inside the storage room that they're chained in.
Possibly.
Okay. Hey guys, over here.
Oh, it's a tiny one. Just don't pretend he doesn't exist and he'll go away.
Oh god, that's not the short one.
Over here, and I cast prestidigitation to make like a mark, like neon arrow pointing towards me.
Act like you don't see anything.
You guys have no
You know-
visibility, but you can see a neon arrow.
You know, if we acknowledge him, he's not going to stop. I mean, he's not going to stop until we acknowledge him.
Do you guys want me to come out there and help you, or you guys got this?
Then when the guards come in, they'll only beat the crap out of him and not us.
Oh, well, I think I might got this. I'd like to.
You
I'd like to
hear
try
the
and
rattle of.
Sorry, go on.
You would like to try something, but you hear the rattle of metal. It sounds like somebody is clinking with their keys.
I'm
I
not gonna try it.
I dismiss the neon arrow, and then I say real loudly as the door's opening, "Shh."
All right. So, you hear those metal sabatons, and it's very dark. You hear some muttered, what you think is profanity, and you hear those footsteps walk away, and they come back about 30 seconds later, and this guy's got a lantern now. So there is a man in what appears to be brigandine, carrying a what looks like a cauldron into the.
I think he cut out there.
There's a man in brigandine carrying a cauldron into the room, like a little soup pot.
Hey, how far do you think the average person can punt a gnome?
Is there any soup in it?
So what's on the slop tonight? Yes?
Do you say that out loud to this guy?
Yes, I do.
Okay. He walks up in front of you and wordlessly gets a large spoonful of this white, pasty-looking gruel, and he spits in it. And then he puts the spoon up to your mouth.
So this is supposed to scare me? I stick my tongue out and play in the spoon. Ah.
He gives you the spoonful of soup and he moves to the next person. With the same spoon, he gets another spoonful of gruel. And he proceeds to the next individual in line.
I'll
I
pass,
believe
I'm not
that's...
hungry.
I don't get it. Is this some kind
choice.
of mating ritual for you guys or something? Like you guys, you humans are so weird with eating.
The guy sits down. The guy sits down his soup pot and he looks around.
It's in the box.
Which one of you shitheads said that?
Short one.
I cast minor illusion, and because I'm an illusionist, I can make sound, and I make my voice come from the biggest looking guy behind him, or like opposite the way he's looking.
Okay. He turns around and faces back probably towards Mister, because he just passed Mister, and he's gonna walk up to Mister, and he is going to punch you square in the stomach. Yep. I gotta make sure I actually have his stat block up here.
Well, you're a big, strong man, aren't you?
And I'm gonna give him an advantage. Oof.
Of course you are. Oh my God, of course. I'm gonna die in the first round of combat over something that
He deals 6 damage, punching you in the gut and knocking the wind out. He says, "Keep your mouth shut unless it's to shovel gruel." And then he flicks that spoonful of gruel onto the top of your head while you're kneeling down, sucking wind. Then he moves back.
Well, that wasn't very nice.
You say that out.
Yeah, I say that. I don't use minor illusion for that. I just say it.
He just whacks you on the head with a spoon. It doesn't do any damage.
Wait, so he walks over to the box?
No, he does not walk over to the box. He heard that voice come out of them before, so
okay.
He's just assuming. You see him clean some gunk out of his ear, and then he just like wipes it on the empty spoon. This dude does not like you guys at this point, so he moves back to, I don't know how to say.
While he's distracted doing that, can I use Mage Hand to steal the pot of gruel?
The pot of, yeah, you can try. You take the Mage Hand over there, and you know what? I'd say it can probably barely lift the pot of gruel.
I want to keep it so it's behind him at all times, just floating there.
Okay, he's well. Why don't you make a sleight of hand check? All right, this guy's not that astute. You guys just watch. This guy's looking around for his pot of gruel. Cause okay, where do I set this fucking thing? And he just looks around. And after a minute, he just says, "All right, fuck it. I'll go get another one. You fuckers stay here." Ha! And then he walks out of the room.
I'm gonna spit what's left of that gruel in my mouth towards the box.
I bring the gruel over towards me, and is the gap big enough I can reach a hand through to try some?
No, you can't really, like, you could get a finger into the space, but you can't do that.
We gotta have a chat, little man, when I get out of here.
Neither of you are helping the situation right now.
Any of you got a straw?
Can I, So what's the plan? Are we breaking out?
Well, as long as he's not here, I'm going to try my idea. I would like to.
You guys did hear the door lock on his way out.
Or I would like to radiant sunbolt my chains and try to melt them.
Sure.
That's exactly what I was gonna.
Roll damage.
Alright.
Okay. Clink, you do seem to have done a little bit of damage to the metal. You take 1 damage because you get like a drip of really hot metal on your arm. That does seem to be working.
Alright, well, I'd like to keep trying it. And this time to be more careful.
If I see them doing that, can I... Because I can't reach the gruel that's so tempting in front of me. Can I use Mage Hand to try to, like, place it between them and the falling molten metal to try to brush it away before it reaches them?
Yeah, it's hard to see, but you can...
Well, I'll just Misty Step over there and watch them do this then.
There you go. Yeah, you Misty Step right over there, and you or whatever. It takes another minute, but you can get that shackle off. Yes.
Is there like a bucket in here for going to the bathroom?
I try
Yes.
some of the gruel before he has a chance to relieve himself in it.
He's in a different space. Rogel, yes, there is actually an actual chamber pot. You actually have a metal pot with a chair and like a curtain.
Oh shit! So it's not something I can like hide under a bed?
No.
Shit! There goes that plan.
Going at this rate, how long would it take me to, like, completely free my...
It would take you a little while, a few minutes, and it's very loud.
It's loud?
Can I
Oh,
activate?
yeah, I guess it would be loud. No, that makes sense.
But nobody seems to have noticed what you've done so far.
I want to try to get out of these chains too.
What would you like to do?
I am going to activate the spend a key point to activate Flames of the Fire Snake. My arms and legs become enveloped in flame, and I'm going to try to burn my way out of this.
Okay.
It does a D10 point of damage, and I can add a key point to increase the damage.
Okay. Spend your key point. You see, like, you light up for just a moment, but almost immediately it sputters out. That is something unusual for you.
This place got some kind of ward over it, protecting it against magic.
I look suspiciously at the gruel and do a detect magic ritual.
Okay. It might be a little past its expiry date, but otherwise it's
So
Seems like
it's
normal.
not magic suppressant type ghoul.
No.
Is there some kind of uh, church ritual or something that would suppress a monk's key like we just saw?
You would know that one thing that is a good way to suppress magic that is not of the divine nature is silver.
Okay, so that's probably why my thing worked and his didn't. So I'm guessing these are made of silver.
Well, you can't see much.
Yeah, no, that was that's me making a deduction.
Short man,
Yo,
do you have some light?
I use prestidigitation to make this fountain of sparks appear out of my hands.
It is the most infuriatingly poor light you've ever seen, but you can kind of work by that light.
Can I tell if these chains are made of silver?
Make a perception check.
Hey, something I'm good at.
Yeah, there look like there are. It doesn't look like the whole thing is made of silver, but there are like silver bands and inlays. You're pretty sure.
So enough to prevent magic, but not so much that it's still an affordable thing to mass produce.
Pretty much.
All right.
It has the sturdiness of the actual like iron or steel shackles.
Well, I'm going to pull
Do
the
the
same.
Go ahead.
I'm going to pull the same trick that Rook is doing with my radiant monk thing, radiant sunbolt.
Roll
Am
damage.
I out at this point?
Yeah, if you've spent a couple minutes on it.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry, Mister. What is your character called again?
Her name is Anastasia, but you can call her Stasia.
I think I'm going to keep calling you Anastasia.
Okay.
I'm going to try and do the same thing for her.
Okay.
That was going to be the same thing I named the samurai.
You take 1 damage, Sleuth. But yeah, you can all successfully get out of there. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna move over to Rogel for the moment. Rogel, you hear a voice outside your cell, your quarters, and this voice says, "Approach the door, please."
I approach the door.
Hands up to the bars, please.
I do so.
This guy reaches his arms through, and he removes your shackles, and he takes another pair, and he says, "Put your arms through the door, please, through the window."
I do so.
He reshackles you with your hands on the other side of the bars on the door. He then tells you, "Step back."
I
And
do so.
he opens the door. A young man who is not the same person who was talking to you just now walks into the room with a tray, and he sets it down at a side table.
Oh wait, shit. So there's 2 people.
It is 2 people.
All right. This one obviously looks like a servant.
This one obviously looks like a servant.
Damn it, he's no good to me.
And he sets the food down. He does not make eye contact with you. He does not look in your direction. He just walks out of the room. The guard pulls the door shut, locks it, and then he undoes your shackles. He says, "Would you please pass those other shackles through the window?"
I do so.
And he says, "I have been instructed that you will not need these. Please do not make me reattach them. Then he steps away from the door, out of sight.
All right. What's on the tray of food?
It's pretty nice. There's like a mince pie and there's like a blood pudding, and it's very nice. It looks nice.
Shit. So nothing made of bone.
No, there's nothing made of bone.
Damn it! There goes using the bone to try to pick the lock. Well,
You
I guess we
you do have a fork and a knife.
Looks like you
It's very
don't have a bone to pick with them.
a fork and a knife.
It's got two prongs. It's a two-tonged fork.
Ah, okay. Kind of like a smaller version, what you could like typically use to serve meat with.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a gnomish bident.
And
That's
what
racist.
kind of
Sucks to suck.
Pray tell, what kind of lock does this door have? Does it look like a tong could fit in there?
It doesn't look like you're gonna get it in there while it's still on the fork.
In that case, while Rogel thinks this over, he's going to eat.
Fair enough.
Speaking of which, while they're busy freeing themselves, I'd like to sample the gruel.
Okay.
It's laced with laxatives.
That's unfortunate for the rest of you.
It's tasteless. I mean, it does have a little bit of an aftertaste, but otherwise, it's very watery gruel.
My God, this shit is terrible, guys. And I use prestidigitation to apply a cinnamon flavor to it, and I try it again.
Much better. Yeah.
Now you said I don't have any of my equipment, right?
You have no equipment.
So I'm naked?
You
Oh God, hope not.
none of you are naked, but you're all in your like underoos. Except Gilbert. He actually has his clothes. He doesn't have his equipment, but he has his clothes.
So do you guys think they were nice enough to put our equipment in this room as well? And I start rooting through the storage room, seeing if I can find anything.
Cool.
Ours, maybe. Yours, probably not.
I'm gonna walk over and kick the gnome in the head.
Okay.
And
Roll
I
your
owe him.
investigation check first, and then roll your to hit it.
Didn't know everybody was out of the box. And that's when I realized everybody was out of the box. I knew that I had to hit.
Yeah. Investigation check and attack.
Mine's an investigation?
Investigation.
Yours is investigation.
Because I'm looking through the room.
Mm-hmm.
Is the attack at advantage because Rivart is preoccupied?
No, the attack should be at disadvantage. You don't have dark vision, do you? What are you doing in the room, even?
I have
Okay.
disadvantage.
I mean, I don't even know how you're gonna find him. Come to think of it,
He hasn't shut up since they got out of the box.
he's making a lot of noise, ruffling around. So I'll give you the attack at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, with 22, you don't see any of your equipment, but there is some stuff in here that might be useful.
Without looking, I just start chucking it behind me towards the party, probably clocking Mister accidentally as he's coming up behind me.
Sure, accidentally.
Felt like Todd's like, hey guys, this might be useful. Whoosh, there it goes.
Yeah, I probably got hit too because I rolled a 20 and a 1. Are you shitting me?
You go to kick him, and you're perfect. You've lined it up beautifully, so that you can just roundhouse kick him right in the fucking head, and then fucking brigandine jacket smacks you right in the face, and you just end up on your ass. You miss the kick.
Impressive toss for such a small species. This armor's useless to me. Rook, you need armor, right? No, wait, no, you don't. Do any of us need armor?
Short one.
Oh, hey, you're free. What's up? Oh, by the way, I flavored the gruel if you want some more. It should taste a little bit like cinnamon now.
None of us need that armor. Do you want it?
It's a little big.
It is a lot big for the gnome.
Well, do you want it?
Not particularly, no.
Alright, then I'll sell it somewhere else.
So, what you guys find is you find one set of brigandine. You find 2 daggers. You find one set of, actually, you find assorted, like a whole bunch of like baby clothes, and you see like there's a couple of others like simple weapons in here. Let's see, namely, you've got a couple of sticks in here that might work as like a club or a quarterstaff. And you see a work hammer and some nails. You think you might be able to use the work hammer as a light hammer.
He's got a claw hammer. Yeah.
Well, I'll take a stick.
I'll take the hammer and nails.
I'll take one of the other sticks as a quarterstaff.
Okay. It's a little big for you. You use one of the club sticks as a quarterstaff.
You don't even need a stick, do you?
What, me?
Aren't you a monk?
Yeah, I'm a monk. It's a monk weapon. It's stronger than my fists. If I use 2 hands.
There are very few circumstances where punching things is going to be more effective than a
Well,
weapon.
aren't you 6th level?
Yeah.
We do 1d6 plus, that's magical damage. At least
Yeah,
I do.
And the quarterstaff is, well, it's versatile, and if you use 2 hands, it's a
I'll
It's a
just
d8.
Yeah.
I'll be picking stuff up as people don't need it.
Yeah, what's everybody's passive perception?
12.
12.
1-5.
Okay. So you'd be the first to hear this. There's metallic clanking, and it sounds like maybe they're coming down some stairs near here.
What's the floor made out of now that I'm out of the box?
It's stone. It's like flagstone.
Someone's coming.
Quick,
Oh,
hide. And I make sure to grab the gruel as I hide.
is there anywhere to hide?
Yeah, there's boxes and stuff in here.
I would like to try to hide then.
Okay. You can each make a stealth roll. That's pretty solid.
It is pretty solid.
Ooh, that's not very solid.
Living up to your name.
Wait, who's living up to whose name?
Rook is living up to his
So,
3 armor name.
You hear this
Can-
metallic clanking.
Oh, I was about to say, if it's approaching our door, can I cast Silent Image to... Would I be able to fit everyone's... where they were chained up in a 15-foot cube?
How intelligent is your character? Really intelligent, right?
Yeah, really intelligent.
You could probably fake the perspective by putting it near the window of the door, but you might not be able to get them all if you put them in the real location.
Okay, well then in that case, never mind.
Okay. So, yeah. This guy walks up to the door and you hear him put the key in the lock, and then the one of you with dark vision sees him look up and kind of hold his torch behind his head and squint his eyes and say, "Hey, I can see your head sticking up."
I cast Prestidigitation to snuff the torch.
Okay. It is dark. You hear the words, "Oh, I ain't having none of that shit." You hear the metallic sound of the lock relatching, and you hear footsteps, very slow footsteps, and you're pretty sure you hear this guy trip a little because there's like a big clank, and he says, "Ow," and he keeps walking.
Right, well they're probably going to come and kill us all next. Ideas on how to get out of here.
Rook, help me with this. And I start casting Searing... Is it Searing Arc? Radiant Sunbolt on the door at the lock to try and melt whatever mechanism is holding this in place.
Yeah, I'll help him with that.
Okay. Yeah, you can try that. You hear another door lock a little further away, but it's pretty loud. You hear it slam and lock. Yeah, you are attempting to melt this lock, but it looks like you're doing surface damage, and if you continue, you might actually make it impossible to pick. You're probably going to do that well before you actually damage the lock in a way that'll get you.
Okay, let's stop.
What's the ceiling made out of?
Well, the ceiling is pretty high up. It's maybe like 16 feet above you, but it's it looks like it's wood. Actually, there are that's not correct. This is the in this room, actually, it's an arched stone ceiling. On this like whole level, it's gonna be like stone archways.
Does anybody know how to pick a lock? Right.
I can make an illusion of an open door if that helps.
I'll let you know next time I need some moral support.
That actually might help when the reinforcements come. It'll buy us a couple
You hear
seconds.
that guy clanking up some stairs. You're pretty sure.
Up some stairs?
Yeah, it sounds like
He's going to get reinforcement.
Can I use one of the nails as a lockpick? Just bend the end a little bit.
You can attempt to do so. Yeah, are you proficient in like thieves' tool?
I am.
Can somebody just kick the door in or knock the door down or something?
Yeah. You can make your attempt to pick the lock, but that is a -1 lock pick. It's not a very good lock.
Hey, that is understandable.
Click.
I think that did it. I'm going to very slowly and try and keep it quiet, see if this actually unlocked it.
Okay. Sure. You can stealth check that, I guess. Really, I mean, honestly, it's probably unnecessary. Why don't we just go with you? You get it open, quiet-ish. It's a loud, heavy door, but you
Can I
go very.
smear some gruel on the hinges to lubricate it a little?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Try and reduce the sound.
By the way, that is like a big old pot of gruel. If your mage hand's carrying it around.
No, I'm carrying it around.
Okay.
Like I've got a quarterstaff in one hand, and then I've got this pot of gruel like tucked under my arm.
Okay. It is hot. That is not comfortable.
I'll use prestidigitation to cool it down so that it's comfortable to carry.
Fair.
I can always use it to heat it back up after all.
All right. As it cools, there's some like weird lumpy stuff coming up to the top. So yeah, you get the door open. This room is it's much smaller. There is when you come in, there's a doorway to the left, and there's a doorway like out in front of you to the right. The room is 15 by 30.
Which door did the guy go out?
The door to the left.
So we should go out to the door on the right then.
The door on the right is ajar. It is like a metal. It's like a gate, like a little gate, rather than a door.
Okay, I kind of poke my head and look and see, because I think did the guy drop the torch on the ground, or did he just take it with him?
No, he dropped it. It's right there in front of the door.
Oh, okay. Well, then, to help everybody, I don't warn them before I use, but to help the people that can see, I use prestidigitation to light the torch.
Okay. Yeah, you almost burned somebody's toes off, but yeah, that's fine.
All right, and then I poke my head through the door on the right and see what's what.
Okay, that basically you're staring into a room that is, well, it's at least 60 feet because you can see about 60 feet out, and then it's black. You can see there's like a big stone pillar on the left and a stone wall on the right, and it looks like a big chamber. There look like there are some empty weapon racks on the wall near the door. And further out, there's a table. There's some clutter on it, but you can't really make it out from.
I'm gonna turn to the party and say, "Hey, looks like there might be more stuff in this room. Maybe they took our equipment and put it in here." And then I head into the room, sort of looking around with dark vision.
Okay.
Trying to be somewhat stealthy, but not like if they have dark vision, that'd be plainly visible. I'm just sort of trying to move silently.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
I don't know if it's going to become relevant, but I did take the animal companion feat to get a hawk. And I would like to keep an eye and an ear out for a hawk.
Yeah. Well, you're underground somewhere, you presume, right now, based on the like layout and sort of dead sound in here. You guys have been in castles before. This seems like a castle to you. You don't think you're gonna find your companion down here, but maybe you'll see. Okay, so yeah, How far into the room do you want to go? There's anyone coming with you?
Well, I don't wait. I just sort of walk into the room and I keep walking until I see something interesting.
Okay.
Like if I can make out what's on the table, if I see people, if I see my equipment somewhere, that sort of thing.
Well, make I guess you're not really searching for anything. Make a perception check. Okay, so you walk like 40 feet into the room. You can't see to the far side yet, but you see there's a table with some like metallic instruments. They look like little weirdly shaped and serrated knives, and there's some paperwork on this desk, and there's a very strange wheel attached to the wall.
What does the paperwork say?
Pictures, actually. There's a lot of pictures. You're pretty sure people aren't supposed to be inside out, but they are in the picture.
Okay, so torture chamber.
Yeah, you think that makes sense.
Is there anybody on the wheel?
No. There's a few like brownish stains on the wheel. That's about it.
Okay, I keep exploring.
It's poo.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing while he's exploring?
I'd like to be bending the fork out of shape and
Make a strength check.
a strength check. All right.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
well,
Strength
I
check.
am chewing on a toothpick, eh?
Yeah, see. Strength
Yeah.
check.
See, strength
Yeah.
check.
But do it. Yeah, you bend that tine on that fork so that it is like at like a 90-degree angle, and you think you've gotten yourself some extra reach.
Yeah, sure.
Also,
All
your
right.
hand hurts a lot.
I'd like to walk up to the door and go, "Excuse me, guardsman."
He turns. You can see like the side of his head from that window, and he turns and he says, "What?"
May I speak with the lord of this manor or castle?
You can speak to him when he's ready to speak to you.
Of course.
You tell me the law of the land.
I will.
Oh, he said I'm supposed to say sire. You can speak with him when he says so, sire.
May I ask who he is? I'm not particularly sure where I am.
You're in the castle of Baron Whitamy.
Do I know this Baron Whitamy?
You would vaguely be able to like point out where his castle is on a map, but otherwise not really.
I couldn't say. Roll history for more about who he is as a person. His reputation, perhaps?
You know what I know at this point.
Ah, okay. So he's incredibly bland and generic, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm going to attempt to very quietly pick the lock.
Okay. Roll stealth with disadvantage because you literally just spoke to this guy, and he's literally
Okay,
looking at
I
the
know.
door.
Well, I mean, I'm going to wait for him to turn away.
Okay, you wait 15 seconds and you start roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Trying to get rid of the super disadvantage.
The DC is slightly lower because you waited 15 seconds.
Excellent.
It went from a 21 down to a 20.
Oh wow, shit, that's right. I have decent. Wait, stealth? Yeah, shit, I have decent stealth for once. Oh, whoops.
Okay.
No, I accidentally did it with advantage, not disadvantage. My
That's
apologies.
11. It's 11. Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. Well, just tell me. Let's just roll to pick the lock as well.
What am I rolling?
Thieves' tools. It's a
Thieves'
dexterity.
tools. Yeah. If you're not proficient, you're just doing the dex.
All right. I have a nice number for that.
That's also a -1. If he got a -1 for using a nail, you get a -1 for using the fucking fork.
So +2 instead of 3. All right.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Let's go. Fuck.
The guy turns over in your direction and says, "Stop that."
I'm just gonna grumble.
He also grumbles.
They're two
I
old
grumble
men
back.
grumbling at each other.
Actually, yeah, that's a good question. How old is this guardsman?
Maybe early 40s.
Fairly old for the time
Or
period.
early mid 40s, maybe.
All right.
Okay. So Revert, you are you're still looking around in the room. What were you doing?
Well, yeah, she said I couldn't see the far side still, so I'm just gonna keep walking in until I, see all I can see in this room.
Okay. You see that on the far side of the room there is a shelf, and there are many chests. One of which looks a lot like your travel chest.
Can I reach it?
What is your athletics? Because you will likely have to climb.
I wouldn't climb. That's why I asked if I could reach it.
No.
Given that I'm 1 foot tall. Let's see. My
Knowing this
total
difference.
equipment was only 25 pounds. Can I just use Mage Hand? And it can carry up to 10 pounds, but can it just pull it off the shelf so it just falls to the ground and I can get at it?
Sure.
Trying to slow its descent as much as a 10-pound force on a 25-pound chest would be able to carry.
Yeah,
that's how much my
you
equipment
can do
weighed.
that. You can do that, but I would like you to roll a d20. Okay. Please make a dexterity save, because as you pull this off the high shelf, it catches and the shelf tips. The DC will not be incredibly high, and you will still not do very well. Okay.
So you guys hear all this luggage fall down, and the gnome just going, "Ah!"
You take 7 bludgeoning damage as a very large shelf just smashes into you with just trunks and trunks of shit. Just everybody's gear, you presume.
I'm gonna walk in.
I think I found her stuff.
Did you just do something stupid?
You can't. Oh yeah, you have a torch.
Yeah.
Well, the torch still doesn't light up the far side of the room.
So you hear my voice coming from there. No, as I quickly try to get myself out of this.
I'm gonna follow the noise and consider dropping the torch on him when I get there.
Okay. Rever, your leg is kind of pinned, but otherwise, you can breathe and. Okay, so you go in. Does anyone else go into the room?
I'll go into the room.
Can I use my makeshift quarterstaff as a lever to free myself from this pinned box?
You know what? Sure.
Yeah, then I'll just scramble up, get to my box, and start looking through it to see if it is actually my shit.
Well, it does look like some of your stuff may have been pilfered, but there is some of your stuff in this box, and it is your box.
Okay, so what am I missing then? Is my spell book in there?
Yes, you have a spell book.
Component pouch?
Your component pouch is in there, although you notice that like you had some components that were worth money. They are no longer in.
Those sons of bitches. They are going to die.
There's no gold or silver in any of these containers. Yeah.
So basically, all the valuables are gone, but all the rest of the equipment is there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys just hear the no, like in the squeaky little voice. Those fucks are going to die. They are going to die begging for mercy.
That's great.
Dude,
Okay.
you're 5 foot tall. I don't think you're scaring anybody.
They are going to die begging for mercy.
So, Adel, you make it all the way over to where Revert is. What is everyone else doing right?
I'd like to try and find my box.
Okay, so you are also in there. You
I
follow
did
right
call out
behind.
to the party that I think I found our shit.
I just want to know if anybody's like staying behind or anything,
No.
all by themselves.
No.
Oh, let me lonesome.
So you all make it to the shelf and you find some of your things. Mostly, I think you all have clothes here. You know, you have a change of clothes. The clothes you were actually wearing at the time you were taken doesn't seem to be here, but you do have spare clothes. If you need a component pouch or a like a holy symbol or something, they're in here. But otherwise, you know, it's pretty sparse. There's no gold or anything. I don't think any of you had armor. You do see your good friend Rogel has a set of like full plate that's in here.
I'm going to take whatever stuff of Rogel's I can find and then get dressed.
Okay. Yeah, he has a plate. He has a set of plate harness, and he has I don't know what kind of martial weapon proficiency did you pick, Rogel?
Long swords,
You have
specifically two.
You have 2 long swords in there. Okay, so, yeah, yeah. You guys hear the sound of metal clanking. Just one time, just a loud metal clank from the far end of the room, back towards where you came in.
Probably should have closed the door behind us. Might have trouble.
You vaguely hear a sound like air escaping, like maybe heavy breathing. It's hard to tell.
I'd like to hand the torch to Rook and make my way towards that sound.
Same.
Yeah, I'll
Quietly.
hold the torch.
All right. Adel, you walk south back towards the entrance of the room, slowly and cautiously. You make it about 30 feet. And you don't see anything. It's just a room full of various torture implements. You know, there's a wheel on the wall. There's a table with sharp implements. There's like a brazen bull. There's like a rack with a crank on it.
I'll keep going forwards.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm with him. Do I see anything different?
Make an investigation. No, you don't really notice anything. Wait. Actually, maybe you turn around. I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Is this something I didn't notice with 15 passive perception?
It's something you wouldn't have had opportunity to notice.
Oh, have I gone into the darkness?
No. No. Everybody other than Revert is gonna have a they're surprised.
Did Rook roll initiative? Was it the 6?
That was the 6, yeah. That was me.
Oof.
Yeah. Are we playing with any different rules regarding surprise?
Normally it goes down initiative as usual. Everybody who's surprised has the surprise condition, so they're more or less incapacitated for the
Yeah.
round.
You just gonna be out of luck for the first round of initiative, basically.
Anybody else, or is it just me, Anna, Idle, and Rook? And the DM. Yeah, I meant players.
I rolled mine.
Yeah, Anna's in
I'm
there.
fairly certain I'm
Oh.
in a different room.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more
I think
like... Okay, just making sure before I post it.
Did Pete's in there? Everybody's in there?
Yeah, it was the 6.
Pete is Rook.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Revert, that you did not walk past a brazen bull before. You see a puff of smoke coming out of the nostrils of this thing.
Do I have any idea what it is? Like you said, nostrils and brazen bowl.
It's a brazen bull. It's like a bull made out of metal.
Oh! A bull as in an animal. I thought you meant a bowl as in B-O-W-L.
No,
Ah,
it is a bull. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I cast Levitate on it.
Okay. Well, let's see how that goes.
Con save.
All right. Hold on one second. Up to 500 pounds.
Yes.
Should I be making it make the save if it's more than 500 pounds?
Wait, how big is this thing?
It's a large metal bull.
Yeah, no, if it's more than 500 pounds, there is no save. It just doesn't work.
It does not appear to work.
Oh shit. How far away is it from me?
You guys walked 15 feet away from it. Like you, maybe more like 10 feet past it.
Okay, so it's between us and the rest of the party?
Yes.
I run out the other door.
Okay. You run towards the other door. What's your movement speed?
20.
You go 20 feet towards the other door. I think you can barely see it at this point. It appears to be shut.
They locked us in. That's it for me.
Okay. It's the bull's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this large metal bull is going to charge towards the fleeing object.
Mm-hmm.
You moved far enough away that you were 10 feet, and then you moved 20 feet, so you're 30 feet away from it.
If that's the case, yeah.
You couldn't have sprinted further than that because
No, because I used an action on levitate.
Okay, so you are within range. It is going to. You will get an attack of opportunity as he passes you idle. Yeah. He's going to attempt to make a gore attack against you, Robert.
I do need to look at one thing specific.
You said it's a large creature?
Yes.
Can his neck actually reach the ground, given that I'm a tiny?
He might have. I mean, 5e rules are kind of a pain in the ass. He's got a reach of 5 feet. How tall is your gnome?
1 foot, 1 inch.
Then I would say he probably cannot, but he does have a hooves attack.
Fair enough.
Does a 22 hit?
22 does hit.
He can't move past me then.
Okay.
Which is
Well,
bad for me, but good for the wizard.
yeah.
So
Well, in that case, 7 damage.
it is magic bludgeoning if that affects anything.
Noted. Okay. He's going to attempt to gore you.
Understandable. Wait. I'm still surprised, aren't I?
You are still surprised.
So would I be able to take a reaction?
Would he really be surprised if I alerted him to that there was something there because I was with him as we were moving through that room?
Because I won't retcon it, we will say you were able to do that much. And then I will continue to attack you with a gore attack.
Did it have enough momentum for the gore?
The momentum just gives it a bonus to the gore.
Okay.
Does a 26
Believe it or not, that does hit. This cat needs to stop with the fucking McDonald's bag.
Ow.
Hey, that bloodies me.
I'm not shocked. You've used your reaction. He can use his reaction to attack you again, though, because you're bloodied.
That's unfortunate.
Does an 11 hit you?
No.
That's fortunate. Okay. Yeah. I think that's it. So, are we just gonna skip right over back to Revert, I think?
The rest of us are surprised by this.
Yeah, seems like. Okay, so Revert, your turn.
Okay. Ray of Frost.
Okay.
The floor is stone, right? It's flagstone like the rest of the basement.
Stone, yes.
Okay. That is a 19 to hit.
A 19 barely hits.
That is 9 cold damage, and he is minus 10 to his speed.
Good.
And I'm going to move another 20 feet away towards the door. So I'm now 40 feet away from him.
Okay.
But that's it for me.
All right. He is going to probably attempt to charge after the tiny person who's attacked him again. You said you're 40 feet out?
Well, I moved my additional 20 feet after slowing him by 10 feet. You said I was 30, and he had to move to before he triggered the attack of opportunity. So I figured probably
Yeah,
around
so
20
he was
feet.
20.
Right, and
Yeah,
then I moved my
yeah,
additional
he was
20, so I'm
20
total of 40.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna dash over to you, but he does not quite hit you with his attack. He sort of has to. He can't like aim at you, and he just sort of barrels over you. He is still like in your space, though.
Got it.
All right. Uh, Actually, that does give Adel an attack of opportunity.
I learned my lesson. I'm just gonna let it go.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
Anastasia,
Yes.
you hear some loud fucking sounds, and you think people are dying. You think something bad's happening.
Still can't see nothing though, right?
Adel, are you carrying the torch?
I gave it to Rook.
Yeah, I have it right now.
Okay, so you guys can't actually see what's happening. You know, on like the south end of the room, there's some bad stuff happening.
Might
And
hear
I can't see
Adel.
it over there.
Might hear Adel coughing up a little bit of blood.
Yeah, you can hear like a
Ray of
loud sound.
Frost is a beam of blue-white light. Would they have seen that in the darkness?
Sure, you would have seen a flash of blue-white light and some big, like round metal shape in the middle of the hallway that wasn't there before, and you would have briefly seen both Adel and Revert in the hallway with unplussed expressions. They did not look happy about the situation they were in.
Well, I guess in that case, I am not going towards the short man. I'm gonna try to move back the.
What other way you're against a wall?
Oh well, fuck. Well,
And only one of you has a light source.
I'm gonna try to move towards the light source so a bitch can see.
You're at the light source. But I'm just saying, if you move away from it, you're going to have a problem.
No, then I think I'll just stay where I'm at and ready to die.
Fair.
I ain't having nothing charge it from me out of the darkness, me not ready for.
All right, moving right
that.
along. That's good. Are you certain that you're ready? Because we're going to put you to use.
Oh,
You
fuck.
talking to me?
Are you certain you're ready?
Yep.
Okay, great. Put him in as a 1 on the initiative order.
Oh, gee.
Okay.
All right. All right, Anna, you're done? You going to do anything? You're just dodging? Adel's turn.
Okay. Do I know about where the bowl ended up?
Probably by over where the gnome is swearing.
Yeah, you can hear where it's at. You can't see it.
That's good enough for now. I'm gonna send a pair of radiant sunbolts at them.
Sure.
I'm going to take a 15-foot step closer because it only has a range of 30 feet.
Okay.
Since I can't see, it's a disadvantage, right?
This guy's made of metal, so it's not going to be a fun time. That's
Slashbot has died.
there it is. There it is. That's a pair of misses.
All right.
Hey, I'll be super nice. Nah, it doesn't make a difference. I was going to say the second one doesn't have to be a disadvantage because you could see because of the light from the first one. I was going to be super generous and it still wouldn't help.
I'm gonna bonus action through another pair of them down there.
Okay.
Still at disadvantage.
You know, I'll let you make these two normal just to be nice. You've
Alright, that's 5
guesstimated.
misses.
You've guesstimated his location now. 19 hits. Barely hits.
Nine radiant damage.
Okay.
It's so weird having to actually make attack rolls after playing a bard for so long. It's like I actually have to do stuff in combat.
Man.
And I will hold my wound so I don't lose lungs or anything. And sort of use my 25 feet of movement that are left to back up into the light source.
Okay.
That would be 30 feet, but
Sure. All right. And
done.
is that it?
Ow, 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 and my turn.
Rook, your turn.
Alright, how far out does the light from this thing go?
I think it's 15 feet bright, another 15 dim.
Hmm.
For a
Yeah, you can't-
torch?
I don't know.
Torches are a lot bigger than that.
Are they 30 each?
I'm looking up. It's something weird. It's like
20
40.
foot, 20 foot.
There
20,
you go.
20.
2020. Alright, well then, I'll use however
So-
much movement it takes to get 20 feet away from him so that I can actually see this thing.
Opportunity attack.
You're trying to get to where you can see the thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that you can't see it. You run, like if you're willing to use all of your movement, you can get how far? How far is your movement?
55.
55?
55.
Ooh. Okay, if you've got 55, yeah, you can run far enough that it's in your dim light radius. The bull is in the dim light radius. You get past idle, and you're about halfway through the room.
Wait, how far did he have to run? Was he closer?
He was closer to the creature before.
Oh, okay. Alright, so it's in my dim light.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do the exact same thing he just did. Do I also still have this?
No, I'm not going to be an asshole about it.
Okay,
Dim light is disadvantage on perception checks. If you can
well,
see
only
it,
on perception, right?
you can attack fine.
Be fun.
Oh shit, that's wrong.
Does a 35 hit?
The 14 plus 6 does hit.
It's a 20 and a 21 if you're using both those.
Yeah, that's a 20 and 21 if we're going to use that.
Yeah, we can
So
use
those both hit?
They will both hit. That's fine. I don't even care. Go ahead.
Alright, wait, shit, how much is that? It's,
Are you eating your pie, your mince pie, and your bud pudding? Is that what's going on, Rogel?
Yeah, pretty much. Also, kind of wondering where my bastards are.
Alright, so that's 10 radiant damage. And then, yeah, I guess I'll do it again.
Okay.
Did I fuck up? Nope,
Nope.
there it is.
2 misses.
2 misses. All right, that's it.
Okay. All right, Nab, Rick, you're in a dark room. You hear some stuff, and you think you see some torchlight.
Does it look like I'm gonna go towards that torchlight.
Clank, clank, clatter, clatter. You appear to be restrained.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Can I search the ground within whatever movement I have to try and see if there's any kind of metal bits or really anything to see what's near me?
There is something sharp near your leg. Like it feels like there's something jagged and sharp right by your foot.
All right, well, try and pick it up, see what it is.
Let's be fun. Let's be fun. Why don't we call it an acrobatics check to try and reach it? See if you're flexible enough, because you've got some sort of metal collar on you. No, you can't really reach it with your hand, but you are able to use your foot to like fish it close enough to you that you can sort of reach it, and you get it. It appears to be what you think is a large bone.
Not like a metal, it's bone.
It seems pretty clear to you that it's a bone.
Okay.
Is it your femur?
It's somebody's femur.
Well, can I take it and start like hitting okay, where the collar is like attached to the wall? Could I try and use it to like break that?
Feeling around, you are pretty sure you're attached to some sort of wooden post that is in sort of the center of the room. You're attached by the neck to this wooden post.
Post.
Yeah, can I try and go ahead and hit it? Try and break that off.
Sure. Make an attack with your bone club.
I can break these cuffs.
Can't break those cuffs.
That's Dex plus proficiency, correct?
If you're proficient with your bone club, then yes.
Dex to hit, strength for damage.
You hit the post.
What's a club? It's D6.
I think a D4.
It's probably... It's whatever it is, it's shitty. Yeah. Okay. You hear a little bit of a clank. And then the rattling of chain. You feel lighter. You feel like your neck is a little lighter.
Excellent.
I think that's it for you, though. That was a bunch of things.
It was.
All right. Revart.
How damaged does this bowl look?
It has some surface damage. Also, it's standing directly on top of you, so it has like metal testicles in your face, right? But otherwise, it doesn't look like heavily damaged, but it does have some scuffs.
Okay. All right, I will. I'm gonna hit it with Ray of Frost again, right in the testicles.
Fair.
But will that actually affect it?
Given that it's a large target, you're underneath it, and it's pretty much covering your entire field of view. I don't think, why don't you just like make your rolls with super advantage from under?
Shocking grasp of the testicles.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is some pretty shitty rolling right there.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, 8 cold damage. Its speed is reduced by 10. So that's until the start of my next turn. So it's not like I can take it to 0 with this eventually.
Right. Okay.
And then I see the marshal guy with the torch.
Mm-hmm.
I start running towards him.
Okay. This guy's going to use his attack of opportunity on
Help!
you. Yeah. Does a 13 hit you?
No, because I shield it.
That's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, you see a horn scoop up just like an inch from the ground, and it does the scoop. And man, if you hadn't shielded, that thing was gonna impale you. It was going up your ass, man. It was scary. You managed to look back and see how close that thing came to you. It like scooped up and almost grabbed your shirt. It was bad.
Bad bowl, no cookie.
I'd like cookies.
Okay. So you run 20 feet off.
Yep.
All right.
Straight towards the guy holding the torch.
All right. You see this bull? It leans down. It stomps its foot. It like scuffs the ground, and you see sparks flying as it scrapes the metal hooves against the stone, and then it takes off towards you as fast as it can. Oof, you are very fortunate. That fucking thing runs right past you, and it almost tramples you to death. It just runs right over you, and you duck just a little bit, just in time to avoid its genitals smacking you in the back of the head as it runs right past you.
Does it go far enough to provoke an attack of opportunity?
Yes, it does.
Quarterstaff.
In the ball sack.
That is not a hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it for him. And Anastasia.
All right. Is it dead?
It does not appear to be any sort of dead.
Oh,
No.
fucking hell. All right, I'm going to haul off and kick this damn thing.
Okay. You run over there to kick it. Make your attack. You hit. Is that another attack?
I get 2 regular attacks.
That's fine. I just didn't know because you didn't announce it. Okay, that one's a miss. The first one's a hit.
No, wait. His fists do d20s of damage.
That would help you guys. Not sure it would be enough, but it would help. You have 4 attacks?
Multi-attack with flurry of blows is 4.
Very good. That is 2 hits.
All right.
Okay,
That is magical damage.
noted. Alright, so you run up and you jump and you give him like a fucking fancy ass flying kick right in the head. And then you land and you stop for a second and you spin around and you give him a roundhouse kick in the face again. And he reacts to it. He like steps back a little on the back foot and his head whips around and you see like a puff of smoke out of his nostrils. He seems unhappy about it, and it takes you a few seconds before you realize both of your feet are super numb. That hurt like a fucking bitch. But you're fine.
Well, that was dumb. And I am done. I'm out of.
Okay. Adel.
I'm going to sort of drag my sorry bleeding ass within 30 feet of this bastard.
Okay.
And Radiant Sunbolt. Slashbot's working again, so that's good. Why does it try to ping Nick? Okay. I am having some technical difficulties. There we go.
That is a miss.
2.
That is a whiff. Double whiff.
I'm gonna use a key to bonus action toss 2 more downrange.
Double whiff. Quadruple whiff.
You threw 4 fireballs and didn't hit that bitch with one of them? Oh, come on, man.
No, they all hit him. They just went.
I'm just gonna stare at it for a second and then try and lead my way to a hiding spot.
Did you just quadruple sunbolt him and miss all 4 of them?
Alright, Rook.
Not that you can prove in a court of law.
Well, I can prove it by doing the same thing.
There are 4 obvious scuff marks that look like where Sunbolt right on his side, right on his flank.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Alright.
And I'll just say I'm doing all 4 regardless.
3 hits.
Hey, not bad.
I softened it up for you.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and that is
22
addition.
damage.
Thank you.
It is radiant if that matters.
Noted.
Yeah. The power of Christ compels.
Alright. Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so you shoot him 3 times in the face with fireballs, and like these radiant bursts hit him in the face over and over, and he like steps to the side, recoiling from it, and his face shakes again. There's another puff of smoke. He seems pretty pissed off. Alright. Nab Rick. You can hear fighting just around the corner, and you can see a bit of torchlight.
Alright, well, I'll stand up and start making my way over there. Is the light like coming from below a door, or?
It's coming from around the corner. It's pouring in, but now that they've moved a little bit. There were just a couple of walls between you and the source. But how far?
What was that?
How far can you move?
30 feet.
Okay, yeah, you run 30 feet. There's still a pillar, a 5x5 pillar between you and most of the action, but you can see a lot of what's happening, and you're like 20 feet from the bull.
All right. And do I know these people?
No.
No idea who they are. Okay. That's kind of it for me.
You don't have any intention to attack anybody. Okay. Top of the order then. Revert.
How far is it from me?
It passed you by a few feet. I don't remember, maybe 10 feet.
Well, then I'm going to back up my 20 and shoot it with Ray of Frost.
Okay. That's a hit.
6 cold, minus 10 feet move.
Okay. That's pretty useful. He has a 40-foot move speed, so keeping it at 30 is beneficial to you.
Oh, fuck. I was trying to keep him out of my movement speed. Shit.
I feel like he was probably more than 10. I said 10, so you're probably fine. But, yeah. Okay, so is that it for you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to remember where everyone is. Revert, you're back, like, at
Well,
35 feet from the entrance, like, towards the entrance. I mean, from where he is.
Right.
The rest of the party is near him, like, basically in front of him in melee. Yeah.
I am keeping as much distance as possible between me and this person and people, if possible.
Okay.
'Cause I
think Anna and Rook are probably both in range of this. I think Nab's probably not. Okay. You guys see a much larger plume of smoke come out of this guy's nose, and then another one, and then another one, and then you see he stomps his feet, and there is suddenly ignition. This smoke ignites with the spark, and there's just a gigantic cone of flame that shoots out in front of him. I'm going to need, and there's good news and bad news. The good news is I'm going to need your choice of one of two things. Your choice between con and dexterity. You need to make a con or dexterity saving throw. That is
I'll take
both.
Dex.
Yeah.
We get it. You vape.
Robert, you didn't. You don't. Oh, that wasn't it. Never mind.
This also applies to me.
Oh, I know you didn't say
was-
me that I had to make it, so.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
But I'm
Rook-
yelling that out when I see him doing this.
Yeah. Rook and Anna.
Ah, shit.
Oof.
oof. That's probably also an oof.
Yeah, it's a really high DC. That's why I give you a choice between your two saves. 18 fire damage.
You know what that would have done?
Roasted you?
Almost one-shot me from where I am now.
Okay.
Well, I'm bloodied by that. Obviously.
Same.
All right. You guys can make immediate reaction attacks when you're bloodied.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna shoot him with another goblet.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Adel, you didn't get a free reaction attack when you were bloodied because you had already used your reaction.
Yes.
That's a shame.
It's the same effect. I got my reaction
19
attack,
hits.
kept it from hitting the wizard.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It skewered me through the stomach, so you know. Probably would have been worse for the wizard.
Rook, you hit. Mister, are you going to use your reaction to attack the bull?
Wait, that was a hit? I thought that missed.
19
Yeah, I'm
hits.
just trying to decide what I want to do.
That's fair.
19 is barely a hit, and 18 is
19.
a miss.
Yeah, that's correct. 7 damage.
Alright, 7 radiant.
The bull is now bloodied.
What does flaming sphere do? Does anybody know?
Makes a
Yeah,
sphere of
it's,
fire.
Yeah, and you can move it with a bonus action and also ram it into people, and then they have to make the dex save against the damage instead of.
I'm gonna
Just a regular-
cast that. I'm gonna use 2 key points to toss a flaming sphere at him. My key manifests as a roaring orb of fire. It's called Molt of the Sun.
Okay.
So what do? Do I roll to
5
hit
foot
again?
sphere.
Yeah.
He needs to make a dex save. There's his dex save. And you should roll 2d6 to see how much fire damage he takes. The Brazen Bull, who is made of metal and deals fire damage. 8, okay. Alrighty. Given that he's bloodied, that means he gets to use his reaction to make an attack, and he's going to use it on Anna.
Why?
25 hit Anna.
No, a 25 doesn't hit me.
You're both monks. You can use your bonus action to dodge.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can do that. I forgot I had that left. I forgot I had that. I didn't use like a bonus action.
I'll be
God.
super nice. I'm going to be super nice.
Because I didn't use my bonus action for last turn.
I think it would hit you anyway. You
Okay.
take 19 damage.
I am impaled on one of his horns.
Noted.
That puts me at 38. That is over my hit point limit.
Yeah.
Even if I wouldn't have been hit with a spoon.
You are unconscious. When your turn comes up, you will be making death saving throws. He essentially impales you on his horn and then throws you to the ground.
Great.
All right.
I blame you, Under.
Everyone always blames the gnome.
Everyone's usually right.
That was
All
look. That was one time with the noodles, and it was actually me.
The good news is now all of you every time that your turn comes up, you can use your reaction to get an additional attack on him because he's bloodied.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, moving along.
I'm gonna pop. Does it have to be melee attacks for the reaction?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go up into melee, slap him twice, and then bonus action dodge.
Okay.
And then
Hit,
reaction
miss.
hit him. I
Yeah.
do that on my turn or his turn?
Your turn.
Okay.
On your turn. Miss. Okay.
Then with the bonus action dodge, that's my turn.
Okay. Rook. Your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing as well.
That makes sense.
Alright, that's 2 hits.
Yes, that is 2 hits.
So when I hit this thing, did it feel like an armored creature, or was it metal all the way through?
Your hand is still numb.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, that's it.
All right. Nabrick.
Well, I see this going on, and I'm not gonna get involved because I don't know these people.
Yeah, but there are 2 very pretty ladies. One of them is currently bleeding out her side, and the other is unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I just watched this person get stabbed with a horn. Like, not, nah. I'm gonna start using my 30 feet of movement to go away from this place.
Okay. Where are you going to go into the darkness? Which direction? Into the pitch black darkness.
Let's go away. If I'm looking at the bull, I would like to go away.
Okay, you're looking at the bull. It's east of you, for the sake of argument. Would you like to go north, south, or west? Or some
West.
combination there?
Like
Okay,
directly into the
you
bull.
go directly back towards where you were shackled. And you stand there patiently and wait to be reshackled. Is that what's okay?
Someone can't see me.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I'll kind of just watch from here.
Okay, so you duck behind a corner, basically. Okay, Revert,
Did I see him?
what's that?
Did I see Nabrick?
Yeah, you got dark vision. You saw somebody's lurking behind you.
And how far is it from me to the bowl?
We'll call it 15 feet.
All right. Well, I'm going to move 20 feet back, away from the bowl.
Fair.
And do I see this Nabrick guy?
Yeah, you can see him a little better now.
What does he look like?
I don't know. Nabrick, describe your character.
Human, short black hair, average height, blue eyes. Not that interesting.
Make a perception check for me. Revert.
Okay. Let me scroll up. Perception.
Yeah, it was going to be a hard roll, but you did well. You can't really make out the color in the dark, but it looks like there's some marks on his neck and some it looks like he's got some bruising on his.
Right. Can I use my item interaction and not a normal action to toss in my quarterstaff?
Yeah, I'll be nice, sure.
All right. So yeah, I'll toss to you, Nab. Because I'm a gnome and I have dark vision, I just assume everybody does. I'm going to toss you the quarterstaff in the dark and yell out, "The bull is a contract and is probably going to kill us all. Defend yourself," and then I'm going to turn and shoot a ray of frost at the bull.
Okay.
Oh, roll! I want to see if he hits him.
So
Why don't you, Nab,
it's like an underhanded toss to him. I'm not trying to hurt him.
essentially, a piece of wood hits you in the shin. It doesn't hurt.
And then you hear this squeaky voice telling you it's a construct and it's going to kill us all. Defend yourself.
All right.
Is there 2 people in melee with the bull that are awake at the moment?
I am. I think Rook is.
I'm there, but I'm not in melee. I'm like 15 feet away.
Okay. Damn.
Why is 2 people a thing?
Cause I have ability as a gnome that I have advantage on
Yeah.
attack rolls if there's 2 allies in melee that are not incapacitated by being unconscious.
Oh,
Yeah.
So instead I
That-
miss.
That's a whiff. Yeah. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. The bull is going to attack Adel, I think. Actually, did you do anything to slow him down this turn?
No, because I missed. Did not slow him.
And you're
Yep.
35 feet away.
Yes.
Okay. Does a 21 hit you?
can I sentinel him?
You can try.
Yep. Fucking. Does a
That is
25.
a hit.
Oh,
You
thank fuck.
prevented him from moving into melee with you. Since he cannot do so,
Just kick him in the nuts as soon as he turns around to run.
he's gonna take 2 back hooves and try to kick you in the head.
Understandable.
Oh
Disadvantage.
God!
Sure. Does an 11 render you with brain damage?
No.
He kicks at you, and 1 hoof goes to the left of your head, and 1 hoof goes to the right of your head. And you get a face full of like bull ass for just a second.
Metal ball sack.
Does it smell like ass or metal?
It smells like a forge.
That's not as bad, but still probably pretty bad.
Okay, moving along. That's his turn done.
He and I are both bloodied, so there are the reaction attacks involved.
Sure, I'll do that. If you'd like to remind me about it.
It's still a disadvantage. Not to dig my own grave, but just that's still gonna hit. I just dug my own grave.
Yeah, and it did, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I'm still conscious.
That's good. That's very
Not happy
good.
about it, but I'm conscious.
You just basically got a hoof right in the middle of your chest. Okay. Moving right along, you want to make a reaction attack?
I'll save my reaction.
Okay. Anna, I
let's
think you have to
try
make a death save.
Wait, I already used my reaction this round on the sentinel attack.
Oh, okay, good. Yes, you're correct. Hey, pass death save. Nice job. Okay.
And I'm done. I can't do anything but lay there and.
Yep. Idle, it's your turn.
Knuckle punch in the butt.
Okay.
That's a miss.
That's a woof, whiff,
Miss. Bonus action dodge.
right? You got your reaction back.
I'm gonna save it in case I need the sentinel.
Okay.
'Cause keeping this thing away from the wizard is probably gonna keep me alive in the long run.
Rook. Rook, rook.
Put down your armor, Rook.
Going once. Going twice.
Beat.
Okay. Everybody's gonna die. Nah, Brick, what you doing?
Well, kind of sigh. And how far away from this is this bowl from me?
Since you moved away, it's probably what 45 feet.
Well, I'll pick up that quarterstaff. And there's like pillars in this room, correct?
Yes, yes, there are.
Alright, so I'll move up like, 15 feet to where near a pillar that's within like 30 feet of the bowl. Kind of duck behind that.
Can yes.
And then can I throw my club?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I guess I will. Adam got a better option. And when I do this, can I use battle maneuvers? Depending on what they are, right?
On a thrown club, not really.
Yeah, it's a stretch. Alright, well, I'll throw. Would that just be as normal? What kind of roll with that?
I don't think you're proficient in throwing clubs, so just do it with your dex mod. Tink.
That's it for me.
It sort of clatters to the floor and then bounces and hits him a little in the leg, but he does not give a fuck. Okay.
I would like to give a
River.
disappointed look into the darkness where that club came from.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Successfully.
Wonderful.
How high is the ceiling?
It's an arched ceiling, so it's like it's more than 15, less than 20, like 18 feet up.
Okay, so just so I have an idea, so this bull is like 35 feet away from me. Anna is unconscious at its feet. Idol is badly wounded, like bloody, next to him, fighting him. Rook has gone AWOL. Nab has thrown the weapon I gave to him ineffectually at the bull and is now unarmed.
Yeah.
Do I about have the gist of it?
I think he threw the bone club.
Yeah, I still have the quarterstaff. I threw the bone at him.
Oh, okay. So he isn't unarmed. He has not thrown his only weapon at them.
I will say, the bull doesn't look very good. One of his horns is looks like it's about to pop off of him. But other than that, yeah. And his face has got like a big old dent in it because people just keep kicking him and shooting fireballs at the same spot on his head. So it's got a big old divot.
Right, well then I'll back up another 20 feet, so I'm 55 feet away from him. And I'm going to shoot a ray of frost then.
Okay.
Shit.
Whiff.
Okay.
Okay. Bull's turn?
Bull's turn. Or we can skip the bull if you want. I'm all right with that.
I like that idea.
I think he's gonna run 20 feet away from Idol. Do you do anything, Idol? He runs toward the north side of the room. Away from Revert. And away from you.
Towards Revart?
Towards the shelf and away from the party.
I'm going to let him go.
Okay. Once he hits 20 feet away from the party, he turns around and he stomps his feet and he scrapes the ground and you see sparks flying.
Oh,
And
fuck,
he
he's gonna set
charges
y'all on
directly at
fire.
Adel. No, he charges
no.
directly at Adel.
Yeah, I've read enough of these.
Does a 12 hit Adel?
Not only does that miss, he's at disadvantage. Not that it would matter.
That's funny. Okay, so yeah, he runs right past you. Whoosh.
As I'm stepping out of the side of this, I'd like to take the reaction bloody attack or whatever.
Mhm. Nice, you hit. He's also going to use this reaction against you. I don't think that hits you.
That does
And
not hit.
Okay. 9 damage?
9 damage. Right into that divot that we've been working on, if I can.
Yeah. Okay. That's it for him. Oh, you know what I should do? Okay. I was going to forget that. Go on. Death save, I believe, from Anna. That's a fail. When you fail a death saving throw, I believe you take a level of exhaustion. When a creature fails a death saving throw, it suffers 1 level of exhaustion. So you are now at level 1 exhaustion as well. Okay, moving right along.
Wonderful.
Yeah, sorry. Idle.
I'm going to throw a Radiant Sunbolt at him.
Okay.
Miss.
Whiff.
Instead of throwing a second one, he charged past me, right?
Yes.
I'd like to get into melee, and as I'm reaching into melee, do a really exaggerated Hollywood-style roundhouse kick right into that divot.
Okay.
And like everything in Hollywood, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it glances right off, and your foot flies up into the air, and you like have to do a backflip to catch yourself so you don't fall on your ass. It looks really cool, though.
As long as I die looking cool, that's all that matters. Bonus action dodge. That's my turn.
Rook.
Alright, I'm gonna keep doing my same thing.
Hey, the gigging guy's back.
Does the Pro 90 work, though?
No, the Pro 90 is still trash, but at least he has sweaters for us.
Alright, that's 1 hit, I
One
think.
hit.
The Pro 90 nat 20.
Wait. Yeah. Nat 20.
Dinked him with a headshot.
Nice.
Spray and pray, gentlemen. Spray and pray.
Alright, 6
extra
radiant
D6.
damage, and that's it.
Another
Extra
decent.
D6 from the nat 20.
Oh, right, it's a nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
8 radiant.
All right.
That might make a difference.
He's not looking very good. You couldn't see it before, but you see this panel on the side of the bull come unhinged and flap open, and there's just this roaring fire on the inside. Okay. Nabrick.
So it is. Is it still within 30 feet of me? So it like ran away and then charged someone else.
It ran away, charged back, and then ran past, and then I moved back into melee with it.
Yeah. So is it within 30 feet still?
It's right about there.
Alright. Second question. Can I go ahead and jump on it and like grapple it?
You can try.
Alright. I'm gonna try and jump on it and grapple it.
Since it is a size larger than the creature trying to grapple it, it will have advantage on this check.
Okay. You're you're on top of the thing, grappling it.
And if I understand it correctly, if when I make grapple with the feet grappler, I can use my reaction to, or let me. No, it's battle master maneuver shank. When I let me look it up.
The maneuver shiv with
Yeah,
daggers.
shiv. Yeah.
While wielding a dagger, after you win a contested
yeah.
check to grapple, maintain a grapple, or escape a grapple, you can expend one superiority die and use your reaction to make a single weapon attack with your dagger against the creature. If it hits, add your superiority die to the attack's damage roll.
Alright, can't do that. With a multi-attack, can I grapple and attack?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll let Paul let
grapple,
you know. Just one
grapple
attack.
normally takes place of one attack, not an action.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, well then I'll go ahead and attack him. What's a quarterstaff?
Dexterity to hit.
What's the die though?
D6 if you're one-handed, D8 if you're two-handed. It is a versatile weapon.
Would this be one-handed since I'm grappling?
Unless you're letting go of it to swing.
Or you're grappling him with your legs.
I mean, I could. I'm on top of it. Could I?
I'm not going to stress it. You do what you want. You want to play rodeo? Go ahead.
Actually, now that I think about it, it would be better for me to attack with one hand since I get a +2 if I do that.
Did you roll damage after rolling a 10 to hit?
Oh yeah, you didn't say anything. I assume, and I did not even check.
Armor class of 19. Missed by a little bit
He
there.
jumped in there.
I got distracted. My brain just assumed.
You
okay.
missed by a little bit.
I'm gonna action surge and attack twice again.
Good idea. Whiff. Whiff.
All right, that's it.
You have a reaction attack.
Oh yeah, because it's bloodied or something.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
bloodied. Yeah, pretty much. Except he's got a sword, and the bull's made of metal. Another miss.
He ain't hit it yet, though. I mean, shit.
That was a
That's it.
15. Yep. Okay. Moving right along. Ripper.
How far is the bowl from me?
You were 35 feet away, and it made it basically 0 because it moved 20 north and then 20 south.
Well,
basically
then
0.
I'm going to back up to 50 feet and Ray of Frost.
You do
Okay.
have 2 conscious allies in melee
do.
with it now.
You do, in fact.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
That's a hit.
So that is 15 cold and minus 10 to its move speed.
Okay. Its head about halfway pops off, but it is still moving.
You got on the ropes, whoever it is grabbing it. Try hitting it a little harder.
It's really hard from up here.
Okay. It's gonna run 20 feet north,
I'd like to sentinel it.
by all means.
That is not...
You hit. Very
I've
good
hit
rolls.
every sentinel, but I've missed most of everything else.
Those are the only ones that count, though.
Yeah.
He cannot move, so he will instead just hit you in the head with his hooves.
We did miss Anna saves.
Oh yeah, Anna, make your save.
Wait, this is a reaction on the bull's turn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but we'll
Oh,
deal with that in a
right.
second.
My brain
20
is
hits you, right?
disadvantage from patient defense.
Do do do
Do,
do
do,
do 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 do. I'm not rolling this shit on Bangbot.
Understandable. Have a day. Hey,
All right.
I am probably unconscious.
You take 19 damage because he clobbers you in the head with his hooves.
And I go down.
Thump. Okay. That's it for his turn. Anna, now you can make your save. Okay, that's 2 failures, 2 levels of exhaustion. All right.
That's a success.
Yeah. Moving on.
I have to AFK for a moment.
Yep. Rook.
Oh, sorry.
Poor
Yes.
Rogel.
Oh, but did you say Rogan or Rook?
No, it's your turn, but I said poor Rogel because he didn't get to participate.
Oh, okay.
He could have tried to shank the guard. Get some combat
Yes,
of
he
his
could have
own.
attempted to do a number of things to get out of that cell.
I think those are all misses.
Whiff, 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 whiff.
Alright, well, that's it then.
Okay. You got an extra whiff there. I gave you an extra whiff.
Sure.
Okay. So, Nabrick. Save the day. Save the day. Come on. All you got to do is hit him like one more time before he stomps one of these unconscious people's heads in. Whiff, whiff, whiff. Okay.
That's it.
This is horrifying.
This could be worse.
This thing is systematic killing us.
I really need a dagger, guys. I don't know how to use this thing.
All right. Aren't you glad I let you guys have your equipment, at least some of it, before this happened?
I mean,
Yes.
there were like 3 of us for whom that changed literally nothing.
I mean, for real.
All right.
I mean, I've got my spell book.
Well, Robert, try to save the day here. Somebody's gonna
Okay.
die next turn.
Yeah, I'm keeping myself at 50 feet away. So even if I miss, it can't reach me. And I'm going to frostbolt it. I guess I no longer have advantage.
Yeah.
Alice can't
Those
stay
days
up.
were over.
Wait, is Rook in melee?
I'm not in melee, no.
Okay.
I have not moved.
That's a hit anyway. You hit him.
7
You-
cold, minus 10.
Okay. That ray of frost, it goes right into that open oven door, and the flame goes out, and he drops immediately, flat, just
Oh
on the
my
floor.
God.
You know how that one turn we had
His head
advantage
comes
on
off.
the wizard? He did 13 damage.
That was pretty cold, Andrew.
Thanks. Thanks. You know, ray of frost and all that. I can't think of any frost puns. Sorry.
Don't worry, it's cool.
Stay frosty out there.
So, who the fuck are you guys? Where the fuck did this come from?
Well, before we get to that, do you know any medical skills? 'Cause a couple of my buddies here are kind of bleeding out.
No, I could try.
Okay. Yeah, you should probably try.
Alright.
I point at Anna and say that one looks worse. We should probably fix her first.
Okay.
I'm not very skilled with medicine.
Try to do a medicine check. Oh no.
Oh God!
Your Wait. Are you? Oof. You
Medicine's
didn't get a
wisdom.
wisdom? You didn't get someone with wisdom to do this?
Death by
We don't
medical
have any
malpractice.
people with wisdom. I'm an int character.
Well, we have 3 monks.
We have 3 monks and only 2 of them are unconscious.
Yeah.
Well, then why did the other monks speak up?
Okay.
I did.
I mean, you just
First of
asked
all-
me.
Wait,
Okay.
are the other 2
I've
monks
got
not
bubbles
unconscious?
coming out of my
Alright.
mouth.
Yes,
Alright.
because we were frontlining so that this thing stayed away from
So,
the
so Nabrick gives you a very compelling argument for why leeches are the way to go. Before Pete steps in. Pete, would you like to make a roll?
No, I'll let the power of God heal him. It's not my place to intervene in such. No, I'm just kidding. I'll try to fix him.
I said this.
You fucking
Control
You
me.
fucking anti-vaxxer.
Alright, so medicine check.
If I have to make God make a medicine check, it's gonna get bad.
Does he have advantage or disadvantage?
I mean, we don't want to go there. You
how does-
you successfully stabilize Idle.
Alright, I'd like to try to stabilize the other guy. Yeah, I'm not even that good at this, so.
You did not make it worse.
Alright.
Mister, please roll a death save.
Wait, he didn't start with Anna, the one that was at 2 deaths?
Okay,
Did-
flip that. Flip that. Yeah, okay. You pass your death save. You can attempt that again.
Alright.
I would have directed, anyone who spoke up about, knowing something about medicine towards Anna first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
thought-
guys
I
done
thought
me.
that was who we were talking about
I
in the first
I
one.
just flipped the names. That's all. Okay.
Fuck.
You don't make things worse. Make a death save.
Oh God!
You passed. Are you
That's 3
agree?
successes.
You wake up on your own anyway.
With him trying to patch you up.
Oh, God ended up saving him after all.
Pete is giving you the weirdest mouth to mouth right now.
Yeah.
Tongue
gonna
is
headbutt him.
touching the back of
Very
your throat.
weakly, because I just regained consciousness, but I'm gonna smack him with my face, because that's first instinct.
If it helps, my character was like a middle-aged bald dude.
That is not the thing you want to tell like a 23-year-old female monk.
Hey man, I'm just doing what is necessary.
Would you prefer the gnome doing mouth to mouth?
You
I'm
headbutt
doing
yourself,
God's work here, first of all.
headbutt yourself unconscious again. Pete, you take 1 damage. Idle, you are unconscious, but you're stable.
Worth it.
He knocked himself back out.
Wait, I take 1 damage?
Yeah, somebody just headbutted you.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
Okay.
I
You're,
wish I was kidding.
you're
I
also
really wish I was kidding.
also stable, but you're unconscious.
God, I'm more efficient than that poor is. In 1 turn, I knocked out 2 party members.
In 1 attack. That's efficiency.
Has anyone got a dagger I can have before we do anything else stupid?
Well, if you were captured, I point him towards where all the trunks were. And your equipment's probably over there, somewhere.
I don't have dark visions.
Oh.
Do I see what he's pointing at?
There-
I take the torch that Rook dropped when he was unconscious and hand it to him and say it's over there.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright,
Um,
I'll make my way over there.
Gilbert, did you live? Did you have to go sleep? Poor bastard.
But all the monks are asleep.
All the monks
That's
are knocked out, and the wizards sort of stand over there like, what the fuck?
I'm
Not all
imperfect.
of the monks are
No
knocked out.
damage.
Good
This is
job,
what I
guys.
get for trying to help you people.
Good work.
That's what you get for being a 40-year-old bald dude giving mouth to mouth to a 23-year-old.
I
First
want
of
you to
all, I
know.
saved one of you.
I want you to know that I don't make a habit of fudging rolls. So next turn, with 2 of you prone, he has 1 attack. He doesn't have multi-attack, but he is bloodied, which means he would have gotten a reaction attack on another one. Both of you that were unconscious, we're going to get your head stomped in. So, just want you to know.
I would have survived, but just barely. Because I didn't fail any of the death saves.
I was dead.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
Yeah, I wasn't worried. We had that.
You're welcome. I mean,
I mean, he walked us into that shit and lost 3 characters.
So while you guys are digging around in there, you do see there are 2 healing droughts.
Am I wearing clothing?
Technically,
Not a lot of space to hide this, right?
there's not a lot of space to hide anything, no. I mean, you can try.
Nope, not gonna try
These
that.
are large glass containers.
No, I'm good. I think about it. I pause for a second. And then it's like, nah, it's a little too big for me. I'll need to lube up a little. I'm gonna. Is there any weapons? Like dagger?
There were 2 daggers before, if they told you about them. There were 2 long swords, but they're pretty sure that belongs to their friend.
those have been removed from the pile.
Yeah. Did you have equipment you needed? Because I'll tell you, if there was stuff you brought in here before you were captured, it's probably there. So if there's some like basic equipment, if you needed like some basic armor or a weapon, that's probably in there. It was something that would have likely belonged to you.
Well, I probably would have had some form of light armor and a dagger.
Yeah. So go pick the light armor you want and give yourself a dagger.
I'm gonna AFK for a minute.
Okay.
He does know there's a difference between AFK and leaving, right?
Apparently, no.
So I still have that pot of gruel I've been carrying around.
Mm-hmm. You spilled a bit.
And I'm real sad about that. Like the real tragedy of all this is the lost gruel. This is lost food. But since they're unconscious, I'm going to use prestidigitation to heat up the gruel and try to like feed them some so that they don't go hungry while they're unconscious.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Like I put like a little bit of it in like a shallow bowl and just try to like have them like sip it. I don't like just shove it in their mouth. I do bear in mind they are less able to handle large amounts of food than normal.
Okay. So none of you drown in gruel, but you do wake up several minutes after the events with a strange cinnamony taste in your mouth. And you have some white stuff on your face.
And you see me like just stirring this pot of gruel, and I have like this illusion of a chef hat on.
I'm just gonna sit up and start trying to spit it out.
Yeah, you definitely have a taste in your mouth, but you're pretty sure it's too late to spit it out.
That's not going to stop me from trying.
Okay.
I mean, it might not be up to our usual fare, but, you know, it's not terrible.
Well, I kind of finish donning my armor and I take the health potion. I start handing them out to the guys that were unconscious.
Well,
Not-
there are
not
two
Rook.
of them, so you don't give one to Rook.
Well, wasn't there 3 down?
One of them deserved it.
There were
All
3
three of
down.
our monks are down.
Yeah.
Who deserved it?
There were 3 down and there were 2 pots. So who's getting the health draughts?
Not Rook.
What do you mean not work? I fucking saved one of you. And then the way you headbutted me in the face and knocked me unconscious.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm not talking about anything, I'm unconscious.
You know, Revert is a little injured.
But I'm unconscious.
Yeah, give it to them.
Yeah, I actually think I will give it to the gnome because he gave me a weapon. He told me what was going on, so like he's the closest
Beautiful.
thing to have told me what's going on. So I'll add one to him.
You
And,
just hear like angry, curmudgeonly dream muttering coming from Rook's unconscious body.
And who do you give the other one to?
Of the 2 females, which one is better looking?
Which one of you has a higher charisma?
I'm at 12.
Yeah, him.
Alright, I give it to him or her.
Then when I see him administering it
Lady?
to Adel, I'll walk over to Anna and, you know, administer the health draught to Anna.
Well, that's
Okay.
good. After you get me hurt in the first place.
It is good.
I mean, it's
So,
probably
healing
better
draught.
than me drinking it.
All it does is let you spend 1 hit die to heal. So you can spend a hit die and add your modifier as you would, normal.
Hey. That's not very good.
No, it's not.
Watch this be a 1. No space before the R.
Okay.
But I still can't get up. I have 2 points of exhaustion.
That's fun.
I'll pick her up and sort of carry her over my shoulders.
2 is just half speed.
Yeah.
5 is no speed.
How was your first fight, guys?
It's fine.
I'll get back to you when I'm physically capable of doing so.
I mean, the way I saw it is, even if everyone went down, I could just cast Levitate on myself, since the bowl only appeared to have melee attacks, and I would just sit on the ceiling shooting rays of frost at it till it died from 1,000 paper cuts.
Fair.
You know, you can just levitate me. I can pick you up and we can just float up and have 2 people doing ranged attacks.
There's an idea.
Yeah, but what if he drops you?
Well, then I lose concentration and he's dropping too.
Oh, it's the conundrum.
I love it.
The scorpion and the alligator.
That's incorrect.
That's not how it goes. There's a scorpion and
Frog.
I weigh
Yeah.
16 pounds, alright? I'm like the size of a bowling ball.
Whatever Aesop he's trying to reference, I don't think I'm familiar.
Cut off the head of the snake and the body dies.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are in the room, and there's a metal bowl lying on the floor. It's still hot to the touch.
Can I
is this-
investigate it? Try to figure out
Yeah.
where it came from? like how it works, things like
Investigation.
that.
Is this particularly high quality metal that makes up the bowl?
It's some kind of metal.
If it helps, I have smith tools proficiency and the craftsman feat, so I can masterwork weapons and armor.
I mean, between the two of you, you know it is like a steel construct, and it has the inside of the belly is like inlaid with it looks like brass or bronze or something. And the outside is steel. It's kind of it's like a blued steel. But yeah, that's about all you can tell.
Do I believe this would be acting independently or under direct control of some other being that was remote controlling it?
The Harbinger
Well,
has assumed direct control.
there is actually, now that you mention it, a charred corpse inside the belly of the thing.
Can I tell what species?
There's like a whole human corpse, and there are bits of bone that might be from gnomes. It looks like more than one gnome.
Those sons of bitches.
This thing's still hot to the touch, right?
Yeah, it's pretty hot. It's not burn you hot, but it's very warm. It's like makes you uncomfortable after about 3 seconds.
I'm going to take one of these sturdier looking sticks and see if I can just poke around, find anything noteworthy inside of this thing.
You poke around, there's more bones. There's just a lot of soot. A little bit of it ends up in the air. You see a few little sparks still in there. But that's about it.
Okay.
Can I
Well,
go and cut off the horns?
You're gonna cut off the gigantic steel horns with what?
I don't know.
somebody's femur.
I get my dagger. How big are these?
Thicker than your arm.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I'm not gonna try that. I was thinking like smaller, like.
Nah, these horns are meant for shish kebabbing.
Yeah, they would probably be longer than an actual bull's horn, like
Yeah,
that kind of big.
it's intended to be a bull, but scarier.
Oh, okay, then yeah, no, I'm not gonna take them.
Well, I wouldn't mind taking a breather and then trying to scrap this thing, because I'm sure I could make some kind of weapons. But on the other hand, I also don't want to stick around too much.
Is there any other way out of this room that like any other doors we saw, or just the way we came in?
Why don't you roll an investigation? Hoo. Okay. Wandering around the room on the far side near the back wall, there is an empty space where there are 4 indentations shaped like hooves. And underneath of this empty space, you see what looks sort of like it's kind of like a manhole lid. I mean, you know, it's like a circular metal, like a circular piece of metal in the stone floor.
Hey guys, I think I found the way out.
Ooh.
Aren't we missing a person?
Well, he wasn't in the cell with us. He isn't in this room. Must be somewhere else in the castle.
Am I awake yet?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There were other cells, weren't there? We should at least check.
Were there other cells?
There's actually a couple of cages in here, but nobody's in them. You can tell. You guys were in a large room attached to like chains on the walls, and yeah, you didn't. I mean, there weren't any cells in there. It was just a big room, just a locked room.
Okay. Well, if there weren't any other cells, there was that one doorway the guard took. Then there was this place.
Well, the way the guard took is probably guarded. This might not be.
Um, yeah. I would like some, not my clothes, and maybe something to make us look like not us. A bit of makeup, some borrowed clothes, outfits. I don't know. Is there any of that in the area?
There are some other trunks that looked like they belonged to other people who might have been, you know, also captive at some point in the past. But yeah, and yeah, there's some like traveler's clothes.
Alright.
You notice most of that stuff would make you look like a foreigner or possibly a witch or something. But there's a few things you might be able to pick.
A foreigner is still better than a prison escapee. I hope.
Pretty much the same thing around here.
Alright. I'd like to dig around for a little bit, see if I can find some relatively local styles.
And yeah, I mean, you can find about enough for like one full outfit that would not look too strange to the eye. I mean, what you kind of assume is if it was something they wanted, like if it was something that looked local and stylish, it would have been taken. So, this is the trash.
Alright. Then I'll go around a corner and change.
Okay.
Did I find any makeup or anything I could make a disguise kit with?
No, I mean, there's soot. There's a lot of soot. I wouldn't do that, but I mean, it would disguise you.
Let's get all blackface.
Again, I wouldn't recommend it, but
Alright. I'll leave that for now.
okay.
Alright, short man, lead the way.
Hmm.
What do you mean? Hmm.
Well, I'll start walking over there. I'll go into, what is this, like a hole?
It's a manhole cover.
Okay, yeah, I'll get open it up and get down there.
All right, make a strength check.
Strength check or athletics?
Strength check. Okay, what's your lift?
Uh, 241 to 480.
Okay, you can lift this. It's in the range of 200 to 240 pounds. You pick it up. It's very heavy.
Well, just kind of move it to the side, peek my head down there.
It's very dark.
I have the torch. I stick down the torch.
You're holding the torch down into the hole and leaning into the hole.
Sort of, like,
You can't see much because the torchlight is in your eyes and it's very hot.
Wait. Let me look. Let me look.
alright. I back off and let the gnome go in.
What do I
It
see?
looks like the hole is a little over 20 feet deep. There is no ladder that you can see, and at the bottom is dirt.
I can take a 20-foot drop.
Do I see any evidence that at the bottom there's more to it, or is it just a tube that goes down to dirt and then stops?
No, there's a couple of like pieces of wood that look like it might be a like a support structure. So you think there might be like a doorway, like an archway.
Mechanics question.
Hmm.
If I do the monk's slow fall to reduce the damage of a fall, can that apply to two people? Can half of it apply to two people? Like if
It
I,
can, if
like
you're
if I,
carrying something and you slow fall, that thing you're carrying is still carried. I don't understand the problem.
all right. So if I pick up, say, a fighter, jump down, and then slow fall, the fighter's not going to be taking damage.
Yeah, as
Alright.
long as you can pick them up.
So, who's big and heavy?
Well, there's 3 monks, and me and the gnome. So I think that leaves me.
How much do you weigh?
Um, I mean, looking at him, he's not a very large person. Pretty average build. Probably around 180, 190. Maybe.
Judging off the size of this hole, how difficult would it be for 3 people to fit down at the same time?
You are pretty sure at the bottom of that space there's enough room for one person to stand.
Okay.
Do we have any rope?
I have an idea. Let's go get those trunks, and we just throw all the trunks down the hole. And then we jump down to the trunks. We make a big enough pile.
We could do that, but we have there's a whole bunch of chain that they were using for like restraints and stuff. Can we just like tie them together and make a long piece of chain?
How far down is it in the hole?
About 20 feet, 25 feet.
Well, we have 3 monks, right?
The issue is not getting down the hole. Getting down the hole is easy. The problem is, what if we have to come back up?
Oh.
So having something like a rope or a length of chain that someone down there could grab and hoist themselves out with might be useful. And I do know the mending cantrip, so if we just like break links, we can link chain together and I can just mend it back together. You know, with our tools and weapons that we have.
Yeah. Alright, I don't see a problem with this, except what are we going to attach the top to?
the bull. We can move the bull over. That'll probably be a big enough anchor.
How heavy is the bull?
Heavier than
No.
500 pounds.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't
So-
levitate it.
And we probably can't move it.
It's
Well,
probably
if we
weighs
work
as much
together.
as a mid-sized car.
All of us together might be able to move it.
Yeah, and then that's a very large weight. So like, it's not going to move if someone's crawling on a chain connected to it.
Okay. I
Sounds
agree.
reasonable.
Okay.
We gather up the chain, link them together, tie it to the bowl, push the bowl over.
Okay. You guys spend the better part of like half an hour scraping this bull across the stone floor and just watching sparks fly to get it into position. It is like back-breaking work. But yeah, you managed to finish and get some chain tied to the horns.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to drop a torch down there and start climbing down.
Okay, you drop a torch down there. You realize that at the bottom it is not dirt, it is ash. There's some dirt in there and some blood.
Oh crap.
But it is mostly ash. So you continue?
Oh yeah, why would I
Okay.
care?
Okay. You plant your feet and you can hear stone. So you know under the ash is stone.
All right, well I kind of wave at them. I think it's safe, and then I start walking down the hallway. It was a slow pace.
Is there a hallway down there?
There is a hallway down there. It goes about 10 feet, and then there's a like a large steel door.
I guess I'll scramble down the chain after him.
I'll follow along.
I'll just drop down beside the gnome and slow fall.
Okay.
Oh well, as well. Shit.
You all cram yourselves into this 15-foot space, basically. It's not comfortable. The gnome is very small, which makes this much easier.
I mean, if Anna's going to go down there, then I'll just... Why are we all down here? There's not enough room for this.
Yeah, you're all very cramped.
I'll go and try and open that door.
Okay. The door is locked.
Oh shit.
Does the door have a window on it?
The door does not have a window on it.
I'm gonna head up the chain and just sit tight up there until there's more room down there.
Okay. Clank, 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 clank. All right. You're at the top of the chain.
So, like, is this door fancy looking? Does it?
It is.
what's
Are the
this
hinges
door
this
made
side or the other side?
of? Yeah.
The hinges are on this side.
Is there a lock?
I have an unspecified amount of nails I can bend if we need a lockpick.
Let's try and like break the hinges. Like,
Well, before we try and break the hinges, can I use one of those nails as a punch and that light hammer to try and tap the pins just free?
Sure. Why don't you roll strength?
I'll hand them down to Anna to pass up to the gnome.
A tinker gnome I am not.
You hammer your thumb and drop the hammer on the floor. Dust kicks up and ash, and you cough a few times, and you are temporarily blinded by the
Mother
smoke in the...
fucking ash! God fuck! Prestidigitation all the ash away.
Everybody else just gets a little bit of dust on their shins.
I kind of like laugh at him. Why don't you leave that to someone who can actually reach the top hinge?
I say okay, and I
back
toss
up.
a hammer up to him.
Deck save.
All right.
That one, the hammer falls straight back down.
Okay. You manage to reach your hand out and grab the hammer before it hits you in the face.
All right. I'm gonna start trying to punch out those pins.
Strength check. The nail bends.
Do we have another nail?
Actually, the crowbar snaps in two.
Send down another nail.
Okay.
A very loud, drawn-out sigh.
Can I make another attempt?
Sure.
Give me the bent one. I'll see if I can fix it.
Can I just cast mending on the bent one?
Yeah. Okay. You are completely strong enough to do this. The nail bends again.
Ah, shit. This isn't gonna work. All right. Let's think of something else.
I freeze the hinges with Ray of Frost and tell them to hit them.
Ooh, I like this plan. I'm gonna hit him.
Okay. Strength check.
Strength check.
The hinge! Hit the hinge, not the door!
You hear a loud gonging sound. It's more like a loud funk.
It's really dark in here. Give me
There's
Give me
not
some
much
flashlight.
reverb. This is thick metal.
Can I try again?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Knock yourself out.
Don't literally knock yourself out.
You missed the hinge again. You hit the door.
Should I
Just hold on 1 second.
should I go back to my cell?
You hear a crack of wood.
From where, like, on the other side of this door?
Did you break my hammer?
It's a very small space. It's hard to tell. It's definitely not
Alright,
from
well,
the
I
other
give
side of the
up. This-
door because you can't hear through that.
I give up. I kind of toss the hammer down and I start making my way out of there in this area.
Next save. Revert.
Wait, I was under him?
He tossed the hammer down. I don't know which way he tossed it.
Fair enough.
Okay. You take 2 bludgeoning damage as a hammer hits you in the head.
Ow! Why'd you throw the goddamn hammer?
Oh, my bad. I didn't see you there.
Yeah, you're not going to see your socks very soon either.
Hey now, don't be feisty. It's an accident.
You're talking to a gnome with a hammer in his hand. Be careful.
Hey, sorry. Let's not be attacking each other. We're all very close to being killed right now.
And then I freeze the lower hinge and I try to hit it with the hammer.
Strength check. Okay. The hammer break.
Mending.
Okay.
Give me the hammer back before you buffoons snap it in half.
No, that it was almost in half. But it's fine.
Idol doesn't understand magic. If something breaks, it's broken.
Fine, you just need to go back up and go through the door with the guard on it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's your hammer back.
Nobody's gonna try to pick the lock.
We have
Yeah.
picks to pick the lock with?
I have a bent nail that works as a lockpick. I also know how to use it.
Oh, well, yeah, you should totally pick the lock then.
I also
Dun,
have,
dun, dun.
I also
We tell you how to do your jobs, guys.
Well, they were saying 3 monks, a fighter, and a wizard. I'm like, okay, none of us can pick locks.
Here's
Who
my
has-
job.
The one
and
who
then
has
you
these
knock me
tools
in.
is sitting there at the top of the hole, twiddling her thumb.
waiting for these buffoons to finish dicking around.
On that note,
You break a
Do-
nail inside the lock.
Mending.
Can you get the nail out of the lock to mend it?
Can't you just hold the nail up to where it broke and I can mend it while it's still inside the lock?
I don't know. You want to try?
It's up
Let's
to
see.
Adel. Because he's the one who's going to have to hold it up because he's the only one who knows where it broke.
Yeah,
You gonna try?
I'll try it.
Yeah, nothing terrible happens. You get the nail out.
All right, then I'll just try and pick the lock again.
Okay.
Where was that torch?
it was in my hand, and I kind of walked to the chain.
Bring it here so I'm not working in the dark.
Fine. I'll pass it up.
It's
Because,
very warm in there with that torch. It's a very small space.
yeah.
Okay. You hear a click.
I'm going to take the nail out and try and open the door.
Okay. So you attempt to open the door. There's a lot of resistance. It does seem to be moving a little,
Right.
but it's a very heavy door. How about a strength check?
If there's a lot of resistance, I'm going to back off and let somebody with more muscle do it.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of muscle.
Alright, well, I guess I'll start trying to push open that door.
I'll climb back up the chain.
I assume it's a strength.
Yep. Okay. You push the door open. It doesn't open all the way. It seems like it's stuck on something, but it does open enough that you could probably get everybody through it.
Okay, guys, I gotta go.
Yeah,
All right,
I think we're gonna close it out soon. We're missing somebody anyway. We're gonna need for the rest of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was fun though,
Yeah.
even though I got just totally boned, literally. Well, I got gored. So
Yeah, I was bloodied on
What?
the first round of combat.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I almost got one-shotted by the very first attack that hit me.
Yeah, that's why I didn't give him multi-attack.
yeah, I got bloodied on the first attack from the bull, but I
Yeah.
got hit by a spoon earlier.
I lost
Punched in the
1
dick.
HP. I lost 1 HP breaking out of the chains. Then I lost all but my last hit point from that one attack. And then I lost my final hit point getting hit in the face by...
That was classic. Oh my god.
Okay, so you get the door open. It's just a dark passage. Everything past this point, there's no stone walls. It's all dirt.
I let the party know. Hey, we got it open. Let's get down here and get going. People to rescue, damsels to save.
Wait, there he is? I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, my friend wasn't with us. He's probably somewhere else in the castle.
Oh,
Oh.
he's the damsel.
That sounds like a problem. Not mine, though. And I start to walk down the hallway.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. It's very dark. It's just a long, straight hallway with, like, every 15 feet, there's like a set of wooden support struts. It looks like a mine shaft.
Before we get too far, should we close the door behind us?
Yeah, that's probably a good
Stop.
idea.
Yeah. Maybe we can, like,
Okay.
break the locks so they can't follow us.
As you begin to close the door, you see that this side is built to resemble the rock face, and there is no apparent keyhole or handhold or anything to open the door back up.
So it's a Sally port.
It's the beginning of Oblivion. So
Well, let's just leave it open then. So we have a way back in if we need it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of bad to trap us in a tunnel.
All right. I think that's where I'll leave us for tonight.
What's the floor like before we close out real quick?
Oh, it's dirt.
Can I
Packed
use
dirt.
mold earth to remove a 5x5 cube 5 feet away from the door and stack it in front of the door to block it so that we
Sure.
can't be followed, but we can get back in with mold earth again? Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Create a dirt plug there
Okay.
with a pit on the other side. Okay.
Good work, folks.
We all
we
lived.
survived.
You all live.
Barely.
I'm gonna continue this on Monday.
This,
There is
this Monday is in 2 days from now.
Yes.
I will be working till midnight, which is 45 minutes ago for me. I probably
That's-
won't be able to make it.
That's fine. Hopefully we'll get started a little earlier on Monday. But you know, you've reached a point where I think we can we can explain that away easy enough.
Adel
So
is
yeah.
too injured.
Yeah, I should be able to make that, but I might be late.
All good.
Adel is injured. To
We're
the point
we're
where she-
gonna need to give Rogel a turn when things get back. He, like, had he not fallen asleep, I would have stopped the combat to try and give him some opportunity to move his end along.
Yeah,
He made very little progress on his side.
that's unfortunate.
That's what happens when people sleep. Fucking nerds.
Yeah, he worked. He was tired before the thing started, so it's all good. We'll let him play catch up for a bit next time. So you may or may not want to be here for that part, so you can know what's going on.
Yeah, I'll be here.
I'll just ask him for the spark notes.
I might be here, might not. I don't know.
Do we
I
get
mean,
any
it's-
XP for killing the mole?
I mean, he doesn't have an XP value. I made him for the one shot.
3.
But yeah, you let's see. I
Fresh
mean,
level 6, we're 9,000 XP away from level 7.
I don't think a single CR, he's like a CR7, is probably enough to level you guys up.
No, it's not. We would need something that would give 9,000 experience each to level us up.
Yeah, so I think, yeah. Why don't you each give yourselves 1,500 XP?
Cool.
They're feel good points because I mean you're not gonna get enough to level up anyway. But there you go.
I mean, there's no way the XP we got from that was gonna be over that specific amount. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Question about like proficiencies and whatnot. Do you still